This week is Open Access Week, and it gives me great pleasure to launch the Open Pharma position statement on open access here at the MedComms networking branch in Oxford. My name's Chris Winchester, and I'm CEO of Oxford PharmaGenesis, and I'm a co-founder of Open Pharma. Here are my disclosures. And before we get into the text of the position statement, I wanted to take a brief step back and look at some of the context in which we operate. Why do we need research transparency? Well, over half of the public trust university scientists completely or a great deal. But that falls to just a third who report the same trust in research from the pharmaceutical industry. And that's despite the fact that actually industry on the blue line is doing a much better job of reporting clinical trials than non-industry on the grey line. So industry is reporting 3/4 or more of its trials, and academia is probably down at below a half. And you can see there, this research is now published, but it was presented at Evidence Live last year, a conference here in Oxford, and you can see a really nice tweet from Ben Goldacre here, who was at the conference, saying, "I really don't know why so many in the audience and panel think that industry is the problem in research integrity. Our data," and these data here are based on his data, repeatedly show that academic funders and institutions have poor policies and performance in trial reporting. So, what's the issue? I mean, clearly this is a trust. Things like confidence and trust are highly multifactorial, but I'd like to really make the case for the importance of one factor, which is paywalls. So why might the public report less trust in pharma? One of our patient advocates that we work with made this comment. "A paywall may restrict the number of readers, and this might not help the reputation of the pharmaceutical industry, the mindset of it being a bit secretive. And in fact, if you're outside our specialist world and you're interested in a clinical trial and you find that you can't get in, are you going to know that that's about journals and journal subscriptions, or are you just going to ascribe that to the pharmaceutical industry, shutting you out of being able to read the source material?" So what's the reason for that? Well, what we've done, we've conducted some research that spun out of Open Pharma, looking at open access policies of publishers. And there's clearly not a level playing field. And the simple fact is that industry-funded research is not allowed the same option to be published open access as non-industry research by many leading publishers. And so this work came out of discussions we had with an Open Pharma, which has a clear aim to connect the pharmaceutical industry with innovations in publishing to achieve a transparent, accessible, timely and efficient way of publishing research from the pharmaceutical industry. And we quickly identified 4 work streams on open access, on preprints and post-publication peer review, on author transparency tools, and on the layered publication platform. And the focus today in Open Access Week is clearly the first. The theme for International Open Access Week this year is equity in open knowledge. And that's what the Open Pharma position statement is asking for. We want the pharmaceutical industry to be able to publish open access just as other research funders are able to do. And you can see that there's a call there to share how we're advancing open access, and so we're proud to be doing our bit. Now the moment we've all been waiting for, the launch of the Open Pharma position statement on open access. It comes in 3 sections, and I'm going to take you through one at a time. So the first section at the top of the document there is a bit of an introduction and talks about the importance of open access for ensuring that the highest quality peer-reviewed evidence is available to anyone who needs it, anywhere in the world. We believe that open access can advance medical science, increase transparency, improve patient care, accelerate dissemination, and globalize communication. We think these are really important aims for us as an industry and for our partners in the scientific publishing world. The next 2 sections set out an immediate priority that we believe is achievable today, and then a long-term goal which we accept will take more time working with our partners to achieve. So our immediate priority is to secure authors publishing company-funded research the same right to publish open access as authors publishing research funded by other sources. And we believe, after much discussion, that it's crucial that all research be made free to read from the date of publication. And to accommodate that, we believe any variant of Creative Commons license or equivalent to be suitable. Our long-term goal matches alongside that. So the long-term goal is actually to secure authors publishing company-funded research the same right to publish open access under the same terms as authors publishing research funded by other sources. So that really means that we are looking for the freedom to read and reuse content from the date of publication. Now, reuse covers a multitude of uses. It could be reprints, it could be sharing the article via email or online, it could be figure permissions, and it could actually be machine learning algorithms reading the publications to extract the knowledge. So we think this is going to be very, very important in the future. And what that means is actually sustainable use of the gold standard CC BY license. The final section of the statement sets out our thanks to our contributors, and this is the writing committee who developed the statement, Catherine Scobie from Pfizer, Chris Rains and Valerie Philippon from Takeda, Sarah Sabir and me from Oxford PharmaGenesis, Julie Newman from Gilead, and Lisa Baltzer from Novo Nordisk. And actually we've had a tremendous amount of input from all our supporters and followers with hugely different views that have helped to form this final statement. And we're very pleased to say that we have already secured endorsements of the statement from a range of individuals in academia, in publishing, in biopharmaceutical companies, and patient groups, and beyond. We've also secured endorsement from patient groups themselves, from a biopharmaceutical company, Galapagos, from patient groups, from communication companies such as Oxford PharmaGenesis and research institutes. And I think really I would like to take a moment to call out and pay tribute to our publishing partners at Wiley and Faculty of 1000 Research for coming on board with this initiative, because working together we can make a big difference in making sure that research is available to everyone who needs it, anywhere in the world. Well, before the call to action, I want to just say a few words about why open access matters. This is a story that really touched me, about a physician in Southern Africa who was primarily getting information from abstracts online. And based on a single abstract, they altered their perinatal HIV prevention program to a less effective option. And this Professor Arthur Amann believes that their decision to alter treatment based solely on the abstract's conclusions without being able to access all the details and the strengths and limitations in the full article may have resulted in increased perinatal HIV transmission. So please join us. Do you agree with our position statement on open access? If so, please do visit the Open Pharma site, review the statement and add your name, and encourage others to do the same. Of course, you may not agree with it. Well, we want to hear, we want to know why, so please do tell us. And please help to share the news. So you can sign up to the Open Pharma blog and you can get involved in the conversation on Twitter using some of the hashtags, including Open Access Week at the end there. So thanks very much indeed for your attention, and I look forward to seeing the future success of the position statement with your support.